The following matchup is presented and played with Hockey Blast Express, a product of PLAAY Games LLC, copyright 2023, all rights reserved. And welcome back, everybody, for yet another game in this time frame. As you can see, the 76-77 Habs are in front by a 1-game-to-none time frame series lead, as they won the last game 2-1. Same netminders in behind the pipes, and the fans here in Anaheim are awaiting their team to hit the ice, and the anthems have been sung as we get set for game 2 of this time frame. Same goalies as last game, Michel Larocque and John Gibson in net, but this time Michel Larocque will have a one-shot save star, and that's going to be tough. It will be tough to hopefully win 2 games in a row for the Habs, as the Ducks try to tie this time frame series up at 1 game apiece. Without further ado, with 47 minutes and 38 seconds left on the clock, it's time to get the puck drop for game 2 of this time frame. What do you say we get to it? Let's do it. Start the clock. Penalty check right off the bat between 4 and 1. That's Manson and Wilson. Oh, Manson, get your butt into the penalty box as the Habs moving on John Gibson, who needs to make a 1, 2, 3, or 4 to make the stop, which he will. The craftiness of John Gibson kills off a 76-77 Montreal power play opportunity. And we move on to the next segment. We got a quality check, this time between anybody on the Ducks facing off against Doug Jarvis, who has speed, skill, smart, and star. It is close, but we're going to go right across from him with Antoine Vermette. We're looking for smart. Both guys have smart, and we will rotate both players in spot number 3. We got a visitor scoring chance of a 45. Any visitor player with a power play circle star will create a power play goal. Oh, we got 3 guys having the symbol Shot, Lafleur, or Guy Lapointe. I do believe we're going to give that opportunity to pick your poison, man. Let's roll this red die 6 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It'll be Guy Lafleur who gets a chance to create the power play goal as he moves in on John Gibson, who needs to make a 1, 2, 3, or 4 to make the save. He does so. So John Gibson has stopped 2 Habs power play opportunities to get on the board as we move on to the next segment, which is a quality check, this time between players 5 and 4. That is Cam Fowler and Guy Lapointe for smart. Both guys have smart, and we move on to, and that's going to do it for the first period. So no score after 20 minutes of play in game 2 of this time frame, as the Ducks, as the 2016-17 Anaheim Ducks look to get on the board here with a time frame victory, or with a game 2 victory here. Let's find out as we play along in the second period. Again, a penalty check to begin the second period. We got Bieksa and Tremblay. Oh, both guys have the same penalty rating of 1, so they are going to. So no penalty is called, but the ref is telling them, if I catch you guys doing some hullabaloo in between plays here, you're going to go to the box. Another penalty check, this time between 2 and 5. That's Yvonne Cournoyer and Cam Fowler. Oh, Cam Fowler will go to the box here as Yvonne Cournoyer moves in on John Gibson, who needs to make a 1, 2, 3, or 4 to make the stop. He does so, keeping the game right where it's at. Woo! If the Ducks win this game, no doubt one of the 3 stars of the game is going to go to John Gibson. Quality check, this time between players 3 and 4. That's Getzlaff and Savard for star. Both guys have star, and we move on to the next segment here in this one with so far your score, as you can see, is a big, fat goose egg on both sides of the score sheet. We got a quality check, this time between Vatanen and Bill Nyrop for star. Neither player has star, so that's going to do it for the second period. We're all tied up. We're still all tied up at a big fat goose egg. Someone has to take game 2. The Habs look to extend their time frame lead while the Ducks are trying to get on the board with a time frame game 2 victory. We go to the third with a visitor scoring chance of a 25. Home goalie must make spec save. John Gibson knows how to do spec saves, but he needs to make a 2 or a 3 with a dot to make the stop. Oh, it's 3 with a blank. Yo, man, no, not what Gibson wanted. The Habs will score. Or the goal. No spec save for John Gibson, as he did a little Patrick Waugh Statue of Liberty like of a move, but it wasn't enough as the Habs put it in the back of the net behind Gibson. Let's see how many assists. 2 assists. So it looks like Robinson, or excuse me, it will be I do want to keep Lafleur out there, so we'll go with Robinson and Steve Shutt for the assist takers on the Guy Lapointe. Oh no, excuse me. We have to figure out who scored the goal. So excuse me. The 8 is player with the best shot rating. That is going to go to either Shutt or Lafleur. I think we're going to give the goal to Dot. It's Lafleur. And it will be Lafleur. How many assists? 2, as usual. So Robinson and we'll say Mahovlich. So Guy Lafleur from Larry Robinson and Pete Mahovlich are your stat line for the ice-breaking goal here in the 5th minute of the third period. My goodness, another visitor scoring chance. Home goalie must make a spec save. Can John Gibson redeem himself? He needs a 1, 2, or 3 with a dot. Oh, and Gibson fails again to make another spec save. The Habs go in front 2-0. Let's see who scored the goal. 2. 4th best shot rating. So the best we got out there is Shutt. The second best is Lamar. The third best is a tie between Lapointe and Tremblay. And I think we're going to give it to Bill Nyrop. So Bill Nyrop will score the goal, and it will be 1 assist given out on the play. So I think we're going to keep the triangle out there. So we'll give it to Mario Tremblay. So Nyrop from Tremblay puts it behind John Gibson for a 2-0 lead, and the Ducks are in trouble. You're going down in the time frame, 2-0. Quality check. Okay, so again, referring to this red die 4 here that I've highlighted, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 will seize the quality check opportunity. A 6 will be an automatic reroll. A 1, that is Nick Ritchie. We need skill, hit, and power on the Habs. but we need mainly is skill. So pick your poison. We'll roll this red die again, and we will look at that player. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. 4. That's Guy Lapointe. So Richie and Guy Lapointe for skill. Both of them have skill, and we move on to the next segment in this one. Well, either way, if the Ducks don't win this game, John Gibson will probably get one of the 3 stars of the game for making 2 key huge saves on the power play on the penalty kill for the Ducks. Home scoring chance. Come on, Ducks. 22 home, visitor goalie must make a spec save. So Michel Larocque needs to make a 1, 2, or 3 to make the stop. Otherwise, the Ducks will get on the board. The Ducks are on the board. It's a 2-1 lead for the Habs. Let's see who scored the goal. 11, second best shot rating. So the best out on the ice right now is Patrick Eaves. The second best is going to go to Ryan Kessler. So Ryan Kessler will score the goal. 1 assist will be handed out on the play. And it looks like I do want to keep that power play circle out there with Patrick Eaves. So we're going to give it to Cogliano. So Kessler from Cogliano will be your stat line for that goal. As the Ducks get on the board, it's 2-1, 19 in favor of the 1976-77 Montreal Canadiens. We got a quality check, this time between players 3 and 5, Vermette and Robinson for skill. Both guys have skill. And we move on to the next segment in this third period here. We got another quality check between Raquel and Savard for skill. Both guys have skill. Man, oh man, the Ducks' chances of coming back into this one are falling very slim. Another game may go to the empty net mini chart here, unless the Ducks can score in the next segment. They might be. Quality check between Manson and Nyrop for skill. Oh, Nyrop has skill to not go to the empty net mini chart. The Habs need to score here, otherwise, save by Gibson goes to the empty net mini chart. A goal, meaning the game will probably be over with one more portion in this segment. Gibson needs to make a 1, 2, 3, or 4. He can't. The Habs take a 3-1 lead, and that is probably going to be all she wrote for this one, folks. As Bill Nyrop scores the goal, there will be 2 assists on the play, as it will be Schutt and Lamar scoring the assists for Bill Nyrop's goal, and it's a 3-1 lead. 3-1 lead for the 76-77 Montreal Canadiens. Visitor scoring chance. Oh, not what you want to have if you're a Ducks fan. Visitor player in 1 creates a goal with a quality roll of hit or a triangle. Bob Gainey is in 1. He does have hit and he does not have a triangle, but he does have a hit printed on his card. So he's gonna be moving in on John Gibson, who needs to make a 1, 2, 3, or 4 to make the stop, which he will, and the game is over. Stop the clock. Oh man, John Gibson and the Ducks cannot catch a break here, as game 2 of this time frame will go to the 76-77 Montreal Canadiens by a final score of 3-1. No doubt in my mind, John Gibson will indeed be getting a one of the 3 stars of the game, as he stopped 2 key penalty as he stops two. The Habs would have been up early 2-0, and this game would have been 5-1. Instead, John Gibson kept it where it's at with a scoreless tie after one and a scoreless tie after two. So no doubt John Gibson, in my book, deserves one of the 3 stars of the game. But it will go down to see how well the stats guy or the stats guys here at the arena will say about that. But in the meantime, stay tuned for game 3 coming up right after the Bitty Beer Game 2 game summary presented by your favorite Bitty Beer products. If you choose to drink Bitty Beer, please drink responsibly. As always, Bitty Beer has big taste at a bitty price. As always, it's Bitty Beer.